Hi everyone, I'm Tracy Stein and I'm back today to talk a little bit about behavior change and what gets in the way of people making important behavior changes and how you can address that probably more easily than you think. So I've had patients and clients come to me for a variety of types of behavior change, everything from stopping doing something that's been a problem, like stopping smoking or stopping mindless overeating, to the flip side of that, which is choosing to do something positive for yourself that maybe you have yet to begin. And that might be starting a new exercise program, thinking about finding a new job. It could be engaging in public speaking if that's something that makes you anxious. What a lot of these things have in common are that people tend to think these changes require something really huge in the beginning. Most change actually doesn't happen that way. Most people find that just making one choice, even a small one, doing one thing that's different, is what gets them on the path to doing something they've really wanted to do. So if you want to jog and you're not a jogger and you want to jog 5 miles, I wouldn't recommend necessarily for most people that they get out and lace up their shoes and go jog 5 miles today. For some people that might work, but for most people getting out and walking or doing a half walk, a half jog, and maybe starting with a mile is more achievable, it's less stressful, and it will get you on the road to doing what you really want to do and make it seem a lot less daunting and more doable, because in effect you will be doing it. Whether you jog 1 mile or 20 miles, you really set about it essentially the same way, one foot in front of the other. And that's the same with other types of behavior change. The other issue is that what gets in the way for people a lot of the time is a lot of mental noise, a lot of anxiety about something being not only distressing, but that they won't be able to handle it. But if you think back across, all of your life, you've made a whole lot of changes and done a whole bunch of things that have made you anxious. And here you are watching this video and you've lived to tell the tale, and that's a good thing. So the anxiety, we need to disentangle from the actual task. So for example, I'm not somebody who loves public speaking. Here I am speaking to you because I feel like there's something important for me to talk to you about. What most people who are nervous public speakers will notice is that they think it will be intolerable and therefore they avoid doing it. They worry about what people will think of them or if they'll mess something up or forget something. And all of those things could happen. Somebody might not like what you have to say, or you might stumble over your words. I just did that a minute ago. But really, we tend to catastrophize and make these things much bigger than they actually are. And what most people will find, using that public speaking example, is that after you speak for a few minutes, whatever anxiety you had beforehand really kind of moves off to the side because you become more engaged in actually speaking. And every time you get out there and do that, you realize more and more you can become desensitized to the things that really frightened you and focus more on the message you want to convey. And that's also the same thing with people who are nervous about going to the gym because they haven't been going and they are worried people will judge them. The more you go, the less power that anxiety will have over you. So in summary, if you want to make a behavior change, just realize that anxiety fluctuates and it's temporary. So that's one barrier that you can kind of worry less about. And the other thing is that most successful change happens step by step. And if you keep that in mind, everything seems a lot more doable. I hope this is helpful.